Hi friends, welcome back to my channel. Today I am setting up February pages in my bullet journal, and this will actually be the first month for my bullet journal. I still have one more month remaining in my traditional planner, which is what I'm going to be transitioning from, and then I will do all of my planning in my bullet journal. And this is the first year that I am doing the bullet journal. I typically would get a plum paper planner every year, but I have found over the years that this is a little bit wasteful for me. There are several sections within the planner that I just do not need or use. And so I wanted to give the bullet journal method a try to see if that works better for me. And I really think it will, just based off of the way that I've utilized my plum paper planner in the past. So there are two things that I know that I want to carry over from my traditional planner to my bullet journal. One of them is me writing out my dinner plans on a calendar. And these are the days that I know that I'm going to I have time to cook and actually be home at a decent hour to cook dinner. And what I typically would do is on the side of each week, I would list my groceries because I try to buy my groceries once a week. And so whatever groceries I might need to make the dinner plans happen, I would put that on my calendar. And the other thing I want to do is have a habit tracker. I found that I really enjoyed that. Right now, I'm only tracking my fitness, water, and sleep goals, and I would just mark it off each day that I hit that goal. So I do know that I'm also going to probably do that in my bullet journal as well. And there's actually a third thing that is coming over as well, and that is me having a bill tracker at the beginning of each month for me to list all of my bills that I pay manually. I have most of my bills are not set on automatic payment. That's just my preference. And so to make sure that I'm paying the bill by its due date, I always have a bill tracker page for every month. I plan on keeping my design simple. I have these stickers. The sticker sheet is from Crafty Planner Queen, and I will be sure to, I cannot remember the name of the sticker right now. I think it's Potted with Joy or Potted in Joy, but I will be sure to put it in the description box. She has an Etsy shop, and you could buy sticker sheets, and I uploaded it to Cricut Design Space and used the print and cut feature to cut the stickers. And so I'm really going to let that be the design feature for the most part. But I'm going to go ahead and start tracing this out and adding my stickers, and we'll go from there. I will be using my Crayola Super Tips for this, and these are the four colors that I'm going with. And what I plan on doing is like a green dotted path down here as a little accent. And again, the stickers will pretty much be the rest of the decoration for this page. To do my dots, I'm just going to do like a light tap and then a big press, and I'll just scatter it throughout. have a little bit of this brown cardstock left over from my reading tracker page, and I think that instead of me putting February up here in the corner, I'm going to use this to kind of create a, I don't know if we want to call it a window pane, maybe we want to call it just a box. But, and I will put February on this next page and do a cutout here, and you'll be able to see February through here in reading tracker on this side when you flip the page. Yeah, I'm gonna try that. I am going to go on and cut the opening out, and then I'm going to add a cardstock border to this side. I am finally done with that, and I'm going to put February right here on this second page, and that will look like that when you flip it over. So I'm really happy about that. I think it's a very cute feature. Next up is my two-page spread, and that is going to be my dinner plans. I do have a calendar here as well as a 4-grid chart here so that I can list my groceries for each week that's needed. And I use my Cricut Maker to make stickers for this page. I use my Crayola Super Tip and printed it on the clear sticker paper, and you just need to make sure it dries, and then you can use it just like you would if you had run it through the printer. So that's gonna look a little something like this. I think it's gonna come out cute when you flip that page over. And then I also have more potted plant stickers that I'm going to be laying on here. I think I'm going to go with this one, and let's move this cardstock, and this one maybe. So let's get that all laid out. And also I want to do the dotted lines that I did, or the dotted section that I did on the first page. My last spread for February will be my habit tracker as well as my event and task page. One of the things that I learned from my Plum paper planner was that I did not need several pages dedicated to me writing out my tasks. Some weeks I wouldn't even do it because I also would have it on my calendar on my phone. So I really only need one page for that. And the same thing for events. I typically also have that calendar on my phone. So I don't need several pages or several sections dedicated to that. And then this page is going to be my habit tracker. I am going to continue to track my water, my fitness, and my sleep. But I also want to add in that I'm going to track my reading. And so my ideal is to do like a 4 block sale for each day of the week. And let me see if I can find an example. Okay. So basically the ideal is that one block will represent a day, and then it'll have 4 sales in that block, and for each goal that I hit or each habit that I complete that day, I will shade it in, and I think I'm going to use my color pencils for that. This last section will just be a notes section. I always had that in my Plum paper planner as well, and sometimes I would use it and sometimes I didn't, but I don't think it'll hurt to have it. And then that will be the end of my February spread. I am almost finished. I do think that I'm also going to outline these boxes using that same marker color. And then I really love the way that this label came out. So I made a smaller one for the Habits Tracker page as well. And then I also need to put my color key code and symbols on here. I'll probably just put it right here on the side. And I'll be done. Very happy with the habits tracker and my events and tasks page. I think that this is going to work out perfectly for me. Like I said, I just don't need a lot of writing room when I take into consideration the fact that I'm also going to be using my calendar on my phone. And I look forward to continuing to track my habits for next month. My dinner plans page is exactly what I need. I'm going to add to the calendar events that I already know are happening. I actually have added it to my general calendar. So I'm just using symbols for different things. For example, this lets me know that I'm going to either be doing a half day or a full day in the garden. And so on those days, I typically do not cook. This lets me know that there's something going on at my niece's school that I will need to attend. This let me know that there are some after work or after hour events that I'm going to be attending. And so I probably will not be cooking. This lets me know that I'll be at home because it's a holiday. So I will convert all of that over to my dinner plans calendar as well. And then there are just days where I don't feel like cooking, but I try to cook at least 3 days per week if I can, maybe more, but at least 3 days per week. So this is going to be great. And that is it for my February layout. I hope that you enjoyed this video. Thank you so much for watching.